How do you think we're doing working together?
You have proven to be moderately reliable. Remembering that you are an Alb would make you more efficient. Alb attacks on the Free People have decreased. Something must have happened in the Ice Palace since I was last there. The question is, what? Attack you! Now you shall pay. Now you shall pay.
Is she really so gullible?
The people from the old world obviously didn't value efficiency.
Are you completely sure?
Just look at this
I mean,
wreck.
yeah, what the fuck?
Those creatures need dealing with. Not now.
I know who you're talking about.
I want to get into the city. Can you get me in?
Have you tried to get in yet?
Yes, I went to the gate.
And? You got turned away, right?
I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Okay. I can offer you a way to get into the city, but it's risky because you might not get out again. At least not if they confiscate your ID.
Why won't I be able to get out?
All right. I just hope things don't go the same way they did with Cooper. The clerics have shut the city up tight. They won't let anyone who doesn't have a valid ID through the gate. Not in, not out.
Why would the clerics stop people leaving the city?
They're stopping them meeting up with us. That's what I heard. Paranoid assholes. Anyway, we're off the point. You want in, right? And I can give you a counterfeit ID that will get you in. But, once you're inside there, I need you to go and take an ID card to Cooper. That way he can come back out again. Like I say, I can get you in, but I also need you to help me out. You good with that? Does that sound like a deal?
Deal. Give me the ID, and I'll meet Cooper.
Good, right. That's the plan. Long term. You see, Wick has all the blank IDs. So before I can get you an ID, I need you to get me Wick.
Where is Wick?
Well, that there is a good question. You see, he's been gone for a while. He'd gone over to the ruins to see if there was anything worth scavenging there, and hasn't come back. You should look for him over to the northwest if you're in a hurry to get into the city. Just look through all the houses. He should still be there, scavenging.
Are there any traders out here?
Out here? Not really traders, no.
Don't you trade?
If there's profit in it, I'll buy and sell anything you want. What is it you're looking for?
Just show me what you're willing to trade.
All right, let's see if we can both profit.
I'm looking to buy a weapon.
Sure, if you have the shards.
Someone hears that.
I need the shards. It's as simple as that.
Be ready. This could be a good place to rest.
I heard he was robbed.
No.
I am going, all right?
Too easy.
Those creatures need healing. Fucking elves. They'll cost all of us.
Yeah, it needs to be totally reworked. If you can get the
I know
spares.
who you're talking about.
The comet wiped the weak from this world to
People are
make
afraid of
space
that.
for the Albs.
Hello, stranger. You should stock up on supplies before you head out into the wilderness. I have everything you need.
What do you have to offer me?
Everything an adventurer like you could need.
What do you have to offer me?
There's nothing here for you but misery. Be on your way.
What's wrong with you?
Why ever you came, take my advice and leave. Forget this cursed place.
Who are you?
No one and nothing. I'm now the guardian of this place, and you should go before my story becomes yours. I carry the curse that has tainted this place, and you will be cursed if you stay here too.
Are you threatening me?
Threatening? I'm warning you. Wherever I go, the mutants follow. And then Yora sends me here to find the converter parts. And so the mutants come again, and it doesn't matter what I do, I can't get to the parts. Once again, I can't complete the task I was given. So I can't go back. With all this failure, exile to the Valley of the Damned must follow.
Why didn't you bring a weapon?
I did. I had a club, but I lost it the second time I went in there. If I'd climbed down to get it, they would have cut me off and killed me. Say, if you're going in there, could you look for it?
Why should I put myself in danger for you?
You're here for your own reasons. If you already decided to go in there, then bringing that back would give me more of a chance. Please, my life could be in your hands.
I am looking for converter parts.
Then you were sent after me?
No, Jorah didn't mention you.
He didn't. But that it has been a long time. He must have thought me dead.
Jorah didn't mention mutants.
Yora doesn't leave Goliad often. He probably thinks the converter is empty because the Albs abandoned it. He doesn't know that the Albs left their mutants here to tear the flesh from any who came after them.
You could tell Jorah about the mutants.
With everything that's happened, now I fail another task he's given me. I'll be exiled to the Valley of the Damned in no time. I might as well stay here and keep the mutants away from others.
Did you find any converter parts here?
Oh yes, the Albs left the converter in full working order. They didn't expect such a fierce attack from the Berserkers, or I suppose they would have rigged the place to self-destruct. But then the Berserkers didn't expect mutants to move in here so quickly. Now this place belongs to neither Alb nor Berserker. It's the home of the mutants. And me. Unless I can find the rest of the converter parts. If I could get those converter parts, they would save me from exile.
I'll get you converter parts, if you pay me.
I've been paying every day this curse has been on me. So yeah, I'll pay you the few shards I have if you help me break it.
I will find your club.
Thank you, thank you. It's in the pit by the converter.
I will.
Right, I'll be waiting here.
About these converter parts.
You still have your skill, Jax. I'm coming. primitive compared to our raiders.
Still faster than walking.
In pain? You should keep up with your training. Then you wouldn't complain.
Halt! Who goes there? Wait. Is that you, Jax? I thought you were dead.
Do I look dead?
No. It seems you can't be trusted even in death.
What else did you hear about me?
Here? You mean, what other lies did they sell us? We were told you were executed. You failed your mission, and execution was carried out in the field. What was the real plan? Infiltrate somewhere undercover?
You wouldn't be alive right now if I was taking orders from Xacor, and you know that.
You expect me to buy that?
Look at me. Do I look like I'm taking Elix? Why would I sacrifice that strength and then try and kill you? When have the Elixitors ever allowed people to stop taking Elix?
Then what did happen? Why would they try and execute you?
My raider was shot down. Calyx was there at the crash site. He carried out the directive. Execution of those who fail orders. I fell from a cliff when he shot me. Calyx must have thought he'd done his job, but I'm alive, and I want answers.
I wouldn't have believed that a few months ago. However, that story fits with other things that I have seen and heard. There is a change in Xacor. Troops being withheld. Commanders changed. Orders aren't followed with the precision we were used to.
What do you think is happening?
I've only just started thinking. In Xacor, I was a drone, an Elix-fed soldier. They didn't tell me anything. Now, I'm just a soldier. And without the Elix to dull me, I get to be pissed that I wasn't told anything.
What exactly is your job out here?
Reconnaissance. We're gathering information on the Free People. The Albs and Xacor want us dead as traitors. The Free People don't know what to make of us. We're surrounded by threat on all sides, but it was the same in Xacor. There have been changes since the Elixitors took control of the courts of the palace. You were probably a victim of those changes.
Do you know Calyx's current location?
His troops moved through a pass to the north in the highlands of Abessa a few days ago. The Ice Palace is gathering its strength. If you ask me, we should prepare ourselves for a large-scale attack soon. Almost every day, we get a new stream of soldiers and officers defecting to us. So we're still hearing news from Xacor. Your name has been dropped, dishonored, and another commander has taken your place.
So, you believe me?
Well, you're here and they lied about you. I don't know what the others at headquarters think about you, but you're on the outside too now, Jax. Xacor will see you as a separatist just like us. So, if you want to stay alive, I guess you're stuck with us. Xacor won't forget you were sentenced for execution. That makes us allies of circumstance, if nothing else. You should speak with our leader, Sestak. Our headquarters are located at the Converter in South Abessa. I'd better get back to guard duty. There are outlaws roaming around out here. They will kill you and have your stuff on the black market before your body hits the ground. They haven't made us welcome, that's for sure.
Thanks for the warning. No. No. Too easy.
pathetic remnants of a degenerate old culture.
About my support. I don't work for free.
Nor should you. A man must know his value.
Then you will pay me?
You will get paid for the tasks you're given.
You could pay more.
A man should know his value. You will get paid, and you should be satisfied with the rewards you're given. No one will cheat you here. But you should not expect charity.
What do I need to do?
Ask around the city. Help the people here, and they will give a good report of you to the warlord of their clan. Some are overburdened, or are doing things that are not in line with the law. Lend them a hand, and uphold our rules.
And that means...
Don't do anything forbidden by our laws. It is that simple.
I can't say that any more clearly.
But not all is beauty out there. Amongst the wonders lies danger. So remember, don't just carry a weapon. Plan your journey to avoid the areas inhabited by the beasts of Magaland, and find safe places to stop. After all, not all of Palan's creatures are helpful and friendly as Herbert. This is me broadcasting from the orbit to bring a warning to all free people out there. Stay safe in the wilderness.
No. Too easy.
Be ready. I won't make that mistake again. We should cleanse the land of these ruins. The past is only a distraction.
Yeah, it needs to be totally reworked. If you can get the spares.
I know who you're talking about.
I heard he was robbed.
Wick is dead, but I found the ID cards on his body.
Dead? Shit. I told him whatever was there wasn't worth the risk. But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards he could tap together. Ah, well, give me the blank ID card. I'll work it up for you now. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Give me the counterfeit ID.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has to be added there first. So, done. Here's your ID. And this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it, see him, or see you handing this over. And do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him being held, or worse, turned into a vegetable by the suggesters.
No, right?
not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
I have an entry ID. Let me through.
Really? I thought I knew all the ones that had been issued. And you were here asking about getting ID before. So tell me where you got this one.
It's mine. I was issued one after all. Must have misplaced it.
All right. I'll believe you this once. I've got to be wary. That desert gang of outlaws is always trying to find ways to get by me. Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed access to them. That sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in the city illegally, report them to us immediately, and Eric will take care of them. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together, and we keep the city secure. That's what was laid down by the Great Council of Magalan. And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility for guaranteeing the city's independence. That means everyone is welcome here, until they cause trouble. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it. You may pass.
What's happening in the city?
Nothing right now, but it's simmering. You can feel it. There was something building even before we let those Alb separatists in here. They just lit the touch paper. But hey, we're supposed to be a sanctuary, so someone decided to open the gates and let the separatists in.
How many separatists are there in the city?
Too many. Once an Alb, always an Alb. They still hit Elix. It's just a matter of time before they turn back. I don't know what they want in the city. I'd heard a bunch of them had set up a base in the west of Abessa, so they could have gone there. If we weren't so busy here, we'd have tracked them down and cleared them out of Abessa. Last thing we need is Zakor thinking we're harboring rebels.
What's a suggester?
Our suggesters are the reason things remain peaceful in the city. If someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see a suggester for reorientation, or both. But don't worry, it's a positive experience that will leave you happy about life. Even so, I recommend avoiding it.
Where can I find Eric?
Just go straight down the path into the inner city. You should find him there.
You mentioned the Council of Magalan.
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to speak to Judicator Alois if you want to know more about that. I'm not that well informed on my history.
Who's Alois?
Alois is the Judicator in charge of the city. You'll find him in the castle. He likes to stay close to the generators.
I heard you hold people prisoner if they can't prove their identities.
Of course. You need a valid ID to enter or to leave. It's important we keep the right balance here, and that we can hold people accountable. We've worked hard to keep things running here. We can't start letting people flood in, or the troublemakers will take over. Anyone who tries to get around with ID is given straight to the suggesters to be taken care of. Keep your pockets closed and your eyes open, unless you want to end up shardless and dead at the hands of those damn outlaws.
you coming to see me? What are you Hey, you. You don't have any broken energy weapons, chainswords, or anything like that? That sort of thing is my business. So if you find any, bring them to me. I'll give you good prices for them.
Did you flee here from the desert?
Flee? No. But to live in Tavar, you need shards. And despite my talents, I wasn't one of the Duke's favorites, and that made making a profit hard.
What are your talents?
Mechanical and engineering genius. I can make anything you need from bootlaces and glue, as long as I don't get constant interruptions. And staying undisturbed is hard in the Dome City. There's always someone trying to stick their nose in, and those berserkers are the worst for it. One of those assholes killed my friend for fun. Now that bastard is focused on me and nobody's helping me, even though they know it'll be their turn next, and keeping their head down won't save them.
Who is this berserker that's giving you trouble?
Brabak. A bull of a man and twice as ugly. Bone-breaking bastard.
About Brabak. Where can I find Brabak?
He's usually near the inn. Just follow your nose. If it smells like piss, you found him.
Leave Brabak to me.
You'll deal with him? That would be great, really great. You won't find me trying to put you off that. If you think you can scare him off so he leaves me alone, that would be good. Even if I do, I think ramming a knife into his guts would be a better approach. I would have tried that myself, but if I'd failed. But if you do get rid of him, however you do it, then I will pay you.
Let's trade.
Okay.
He always thought he could talk his way around anyone.
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath? No. I was exiled to the valley before I came here, but I hid myself in a crate and got brought up in the lift.
You escaped in a crate?
Yeah, those idiots had no idea I was in there. I waited till they were busy with the next one, slipped out, and I was gone.
You got lucky.
That wasn't luck. That was
Sure,
pure
okay.
skill.
You were lucky.
Yeah, well, maybe I got luck and skill, but what I haven't got is beer. Feel like one?
Yeah, sure.
Well then, follow me.
I'm going.
They say that, but you know they collect
Forget it,
Elix for
Bromback.
themselves.
I serve everyone here.
If we all did our duty, then duty would be done.
Some pain.
Well,
by
the Duke
doing
took the
what
fort
I
from
say.
Bloody Baxter.
Let those assholes drink piss from the gutters, and you keep your supplies.
That has
for
to
the
happen
real
sooner or
people.
later.
What do you care who I serve?
He's been bothering me with
I
that for
still
days
serve you,
now.
even though the
I
other
have to
people
go.
complain about it.
So you are.
I call that
taking their
dangerous
side,
half
are
knowledge.
I'm on nobody's
Do you believe
side.
that? Really believe it?
Just getting on with my job.
You had better.
Frankly, they should be showing more respect.
Reconsider what? One wrong word and the clerics will
They
throw
say
you out
that,
of the city.
but you know they collect Elix for themselves.
I call
Calm
that
the hell
dangerous
down.
half knowledge.
This isn't over. I will come back.
I'm staying out of
When
it.
you do, make sure you bring some shards.
So that didn't
I'm sick
work.
of giving credit, and I need to change, all right?
Hey, come over here. Let's get a drink together.
What are we celebrating?
Victory over the Alps! Or do you have another reason to celebrate? Because any reason works for me.
Victory over the Albs?
Well, imminent victory. Got to be, hasn't it? Or don't you have any confidence in us? Don't say the wrong thing now. You got to believe if you want to succeed.
Sure, whatever you say.
Drink up. Drink up to the end of our days. Here, my friend, to what's coming. And now, tell me about your glorious deeds. Or have you just been sitting on your ass, letting others fight the beasts of Zakor for you?
I've done more fighting than a barfly like you.
Ha! You have to have balls to challenge me like that. Here, you've earned something to drink.
Why aren't you in Adan with the other berserkers?
Fuck the berserkers. I don't have anything more in common with them. They would have exiled me to the valley sooner or later. So I beat them to the punch and left. Fuck them and their laws. You can have it much easier here.
Your reputation precedes you.
Let's just say, that crap-stained skin flap of a man was shooting his mouth off about me, and he didn't have anything better to say about you. It's about time someone pays him a visit. Now, you're the one to do it. That lying shit is telling people I killed a family out in the Badlands. Total fucking bullshit. I killed 5 families out in the Badlands. Parading around out there. Hardly a weapon between them. Like they wanted to die. Those dipshits got themselves killed. And now Riley spread it all around the dome. He's even got some of the guards believing his yabber. But if someone else were to shut him up, I'd be in the clear, and those guards would be off my back. Take care of him, and I'll make it worth your while.
Fuck all of them. I hope they drown in their own shit.
They say that, but you know they collect Elix for themselves.
Hey, traveler. Is your throat dry? Are your feet aching? Whatever your problem, I have what you need. One good swig will cure all worries, and that's guaranteed.
I heard about your fight with Brabak.
Ah, forget that guy. Every city has someone like him. You just have to ignore them. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Do you have any news to go with that drink?
News? I presume you're talking about news from in here. I don't hear anything much from the outside now the city gates are sealed. Now, the future of the domed city is the only topic people are concerned about right now. That's pretty much all of the conversation. There's been peace in here for years, but right now, well, we're all set for things to boil over. And I don't want to say it's the cleric's fault. It's always easy to blame the people in charge, isn't it? But who else do we blame? The berserkers, the outlaws, the separatists? Me? Not many people aren't happy to pay on credit. It's me that's holding the bill and hoping to get paid before I run out of supplies. Speaking of which, do you know where I can get any food supplies? I'll pay real shards to get more food supplies in.
I can help you if the job pays. Really pays.
Pays? You mean you want more than I offered? You want to exploit my situation? Then you can forget it.
Do you want to trade?
So, I have to go.
Not now.
Really? Now?
He's been bothering me with that for days now.
That has to happen sooner or later.
There's nowhere near enough Felix out there for that.
It is all about serious personal dedication to the law.
Talk, that's all he is.
What do you want from me? To drive me off? Or maybe even have me killed? You don't scare me. Your people are a plague upon this land. Although, there is something different about you. Do you usually spend time with people like us?
I was an alb myself once.
Yes. You stopped taking Elex. That is rare, which makes me question how you did it. May logic guide you. May logic guide you.
Hey, you. Hey, it's you.
Yes, Frank. It's me, Jax.
I heard they shot you down. That you were dead. Apparently that was wrong. But if you're here, does that mean you're a separatist now? Will you stay here and support our cause? I'm sure you would be very welcome.
What cause?
We've broken free from Xacor, from being slaves to Elex. And we've worked, persuaded people to allow us into the city. And now we're here, we are working to be allowed to stay. Would you be willing to help us?
I will give you my support.
Good. We have to stick together. People blame us for this war, even though we left Xacor to escape it. They will doubt us until the day peace begins. I mean, they don't even trust each other. Among all these warring people, all these different agendas, we, you and I, share a similar destiny. It's the only way anyone will survive.
Do you need help?
It is good that you offer to help us. The Berserkers are already trying to get us thrown out of the city. We need the protection offered by this place. We won't survive without it. We've persuaded people here that we are worth a chance. But there will always be those who won't see it that way. And the Albs and Zakor want us dead. If we're to stay, we need someone to get to Caleb and York. They are key to our future.
About the threat of you being thrown out of the city. What is the problem with Caleb and York?
York is a berserker. He's accused us of spying for the Albs and Zakor. He claims he saw us handing over information about the shield generators. It's completely illogical. We are the ones with the most to lose if Zakor captures this city. But the Free People are prisoners to emotion. It makes them doubt logic. They have already thrown one of our group out of the city. Now they are threatening the rest of us with the same fate. We are no friends of the Albs and Zakor. They would see us dead. We want this to be our home. We need the Free People to understand us.
I will help you.
Good. That is the response I wanted. It is best if you go straight to York. Caleb is already attempting further arguments to ensure our expulsion. But it is York's statement that has put us in danger. That lie underpins Caleb's argument against us. If people believe we are working with the enemy, we will be exiled from the city and left to die. But if York confesses his lie, then Caleb would no longer have the proof he claims. They would have no reason to expel us.
What goods have you got?
May logic guide you. May logic guide you.
I wonder if he was serious about that.
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
What's wrong with you? Have I done something to piss you off?
Call it experience, but those in need and those willing to help don't normally question my motives.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to diffuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliath all over again.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people can make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Hort where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
You're a berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer Abessa?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to do otherwise. My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things so.
Have you been exiled from Goliath?
Exiled? No. There are those in Edan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It's terrifying.
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Try my powers, to harness them. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of Elix, to learn more about it.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? Elix marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
I took Elix in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it. You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed Elix in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the Elix you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was an Alb. I know Elix and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I changed my mind.
A poor choice strategically. Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me? Because I'm pissed at how long
I've never
you're taking
trusted
to pay.
her.
The fight is the only thing that matters. That makes her real.
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings new encounters. So what are you? Merchant? Bounty hunter? Or a nobody, like most people out there?
I'm not in a faction.
Well, guess you're one lonely son of a bitch then, aren't you? Here, before you start begging for help, consider it a gift from the Duke. You gave me enough that I can share.
Keep your charity.
It isn't smart to refuse a gift from the boss. You should learn to appreciate his generosity.
How do people live here?
Here, smoke one with me, before you start bombarding me with questions, yeah? I have the best stuff here.
What do you have to offer?
Troll dung, rat scab, it's all first-class stuff. Snort it, smoke it, either way. I'll never forget the experience.
Forget it.
Well, that's your choice. From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right? But if you won't, then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
Business? With me?
You see someone else here? Real business. A proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years. And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right, if there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us in Tavar.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta stand out.
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy lined up ready for you. His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon. While Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive soon. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any useful information.
That shouldn't be difficult. Let's get this done and take the shards.
How many shards are you talking about?
Enough. The Duke is generous. I pay. That much you can be sure of.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment. He must have heard something from the comms. And he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I want to know what he's heard. I need to know what he knows.
Where can I find Lutz?
If he's not on a call, then he's usually working maintenance on one of the generators. Just walk along the battlement path up at the top. It can't be far.
Excellent work.
What do you want? Do you back the clerics here, or do you want them gone?
You get right to the point, don't you?
And are you gonna give me an answer?
I'm against the clerics.
Right, good. I can see you talk sense. They say they're here to keep things safe, to keep order. But it's obvious they want to drop their neutrality and extend Ignadon's control into Abessa. not allowing anyone in or out of the city. That's just the start of it. You think that's because the Alps are getting closer? Or that those followers of Kalan really want a backdoor for invasion?
The Albs are more of a threat than the clerics.
Executions, converters, torture. Believe me, I know all about that shit. But those guys are only interested in Elix, and as far as I know, there isn't any more here in the city than there is elsewhere. So why should they show any interest in attacking a fortified position to get it, instead of sweeping up all there is out there?
The Albs want all the Elix. All of it, no matter where it is.
We won't get in their way. We don't want Elix. They have to see that. They'd be attacking us for nothing. No, it's the clerics.
Hunter sent me.
Why didn't he come himself?
He was afraid he wouldn't be let out of the city again if he was caught.
You mean he was afraid the same thing would happen to him that happened to me? Fuck it. At least the Suggesters haven't found me yet. Did Hunter give you something for me?
Yes, I have something for you.
Thanks. I was starting to think that I would never leave this stinking cleric-infested dome. I don't know if Hunter promised you a reward, but here's something for me in any case. You've helped a good cause. Trust me.
Why don't you do something to stop the clerics?
I trust you. You gave me my ticket here after all. But I can't tell you our plan. But you must have realized by now, the dome must go. The clerics can't be allowed to take Abessa.
Excellent.
What kept you?
I'm here now.
So you are. And are you planning on telling me where you've set up camp or what comes next? Or do I have to wait for that too?
Okay, I'll tell you what's happened so far.
You've done a lot, but you still have got a lot of work ahead of you. Or We have.
And we're not going to get where we need to without a jetpack.
Don't worry, I know how to use one of those. I'll keep up with you. Now can we talk about my problem?
You said you wanted to study the properties of Elix. How will you do that?
I can feel the presence of Elix. Mostly where it's present in great quantities.
Like the converter?
You don't need any special powers to feel the Elix there. No, I'm talking about unrefined Elix. When it's raw, latent. I can learn more from it when it hasn't been altered. I want to explore Magalan and look for some large deposits of unrefined Elix.
Deposits? I thought Elix arrived with the comet.
You're right. Part of its power is that it isn't from here. I want to discover how it is spread across Magalan. But when it is processed by the Albs, the Elix changes. It becomes polarized. The transmuted form that the Berserkers get from their mana shrine changes it in similar ways. That keeps some of its power, but it's the Elix that came with the comet that I want to learn more about. I feel that there are secrets to learn about it. To understand those secrets, I need it untouched, pure Elix.
How do you want to find these large Elix deposits?
When the comet impact spread Elix across Magalan, it found its way everywhere. Into the seas, the rock, the air we breathe. But it is collected and concentrated in some places. I have felt the vibrations, the presence of these deposits. I want to track them down and examine them.
Where can you find this unrefined Elix?
The first deposit I'd like to investigate is north of the city of Abessa. I can show you.
You should go to the camp in Idan.
If I must.
If it's so close, why hasn't anyone else found it?
I don't know. Maybe because nobody can feel Elix like I can.
Your senses are better than Alb technology?
Come with me and find out.
Follow me.
Very well.
All right, show me the way.
It's not far from the city. Follow me. There is a vast amount of Elix flowing into the sea. It washes out of the cliffs and the ground, and it flows out across the planet. Elix is everywhere.
But you still think we need to find concentrations of it?
Yes, from the moment the comet struck, Elix has been seeping into everything on Magalan. That makes the background noise from it hard to read. If I'm to learn more, we must follow those mutants to find where the Elix is coming from. We know where we have to go. I'll follow you this time. That was great. I'm better at sensing Elix than any person I know, but there are mutants with the same ability. We should be careful in case the Elix deposit has attracted them. Let's do this! Look out! Keep close! Fight together! I'll take care of it.
you?
I'm okay. I can see that you're struggling with your emotions. It must seem more natural to fall back on logic alone. I'll try to assist you in your struggle in any way I can. People will only follow you if you can understand the world from their perspective, if you truly support their interests. Not good. Not good at all. The Berserkers' biggest victory over the Albs. As we are taught, bring life where once there was death.
Good. I don't want to be recognized.
Congratulations! Waiting for the enemy to commit their troops before you revealed the fighting Colossi. It left the enemy nowhere to go. You've shattered their attack.
It was a logical move, and we must remain vigilant. They won't fall for that again.
Nevertheless, the victory is yours. The hybrid must recognize that even the Alexiters speak of you as an equal.
I carry out the will of the hybrid. I am what the hybrid makes of me.
The Alexiters select you for roles they could only give if the hybrid had agreed. Elix does not allow for emotion, but you should be careful, Commander Jax. There are those who envy your rise in power. They would do anything to have the favor you've won. You honor our people, but there are those who think of themselves.
I serve the hybrid. His will is above all. Someone at the Ice Palace planned this. A faulty raider, a targeted shot. Calyx arriving so fast. The question is, who planned for me to fail? Who planned for me to die? I'm in.
Good day. Just think, if these mutants keep chasing people up here, we'll soon be able to start our own small town.
What are you doing up here?
Waiting. At some point, those mutants down there will find an easier meal. Then they'll leave, and I can continue my journey.
The mutants down there were too much for you?
There was a whole horde of them when I arrived. Maybe there aren't as many now, but there are still enough to kill me, so I'll wait a little longer for them to lose interest.
The mutants are dead.
Ah, good. Thank you. Then I can be on my way.
On your way where?
To the search for greater knowledge, and a number of technical items that I'm tasked to find by the clerics.
All right, you can go.
Thank you. By killing those mutants, you've helped me greatly. And yourself to a degree. And I suppose all of Magalan. Except the Albs. Or the mutants. That could prove an interesting statistical comparison to consider while I travel. Well, thank you again. I will continue on with my task.
Why did you come here to the converter?
Why does anyone come here? I came here for the Alb technology.
You want to build a converter?
Oh no, the precise opposite in fact. I need components to help stop the Albs. My observations, and those of others, show that the Albs' power comes from their technology. That and an ability to increase their stamina, pain resistance, strength, emotional resistance, etc. That comes from abusing their bodies with vast amounts of Elix. It is obvious I cannot defeat them. But you obviously have the skills I am lacking. So why don't we work together? We could both benefit from our different skill sets. I could be useful to you when it comes to technical questions. In return, you can help me avoid situations like this in the future. What do you think? Can we team up?
Yes, you can come with me, if you think you can follow my orders.
Yes, I can do that. You will not regret this decision. Together we fight. Together we fall.
I'm not planning on falling, and I can't see you doing much fighting.
Where should we meet if we become separated?
There's an abandoned camp in the ruins to the west of Goliad. We can meet there.
Understood. Meet at the abandoned camp.
Tell me more about the materials you need.
Certainly. Every component found is another step towards the liberation of Magalan. At least so I've been told. I don't actually know what these components are supposed to do. But the cleric who told me to come here insists it will change the world.
Do you want to start by telling me what you're doing? What components are you looking for?
Yes, I should tell you the full list. We need, a sensor module from the converter, a high-performance CPU of the type the Albs use. My research suggests the best place to locate that would be out in the war zone in Abessa.
It sounds like you're collecting the pieces for a drone.
Maybe. I had thought of that. But we also need Garudium. That's a metal found in the comet crater in Ignodon. A hydraulic joint, the sort found in pre-war machines. I should be able to locate that in the scrap piles near the outlaw forts.
A hydraulic joint?
Yes. A Type 702, if we can get one. But anything of that sort will be adequate. And I'll also need a miniature Elex battery, the sort the Albs use in their raiders.
And that's the full list?
Yes, you'd better save it to your adjutor.
About these components you need.
Yes?
If you say so.
Not bad. The people who built this must have believed their civilization would last forever. We must learn if we are to avoid suffering the same fate as them.
You must be joking.
I left here alone.
Teach me something.
Yeah, sure, why not?
That technology will get you into trouble here.
Teach me something.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I've got a bad feeling about this place.
Keep close! Fight together!
I've got a bad feeling about this place. I've got a bad feeling about this place. All that technology, and yet they build such ugly buildings.
Let's finish these.
I found your bow.
And in one piece! Thank you! This is much better than anything I could have made. I can hunt again. Thank you, thank you!
Who said you could give Leonard his bow?
He needed it, so I got it for him.
You might think you were being helpful, but that wasn't. Leonard needed to learn a lesson. How's he gonna do that now?
Teach me something.
Sure.
teach me something?
Sure. Is that all you want from life?
What else is there? Hunting, fresh air, and... well, Goliath does have one thing to offer that can't be found here.
What is that?
Beer. I can't remember the last time I had one. Beer is the only thing missing from life.
Here, you can have this one.
You'd give me a beer? What's the catch?
No catch. You look like you need a beer.
I did underestimate you.
What do you have to trade?
You did well. This is nice. I'd like to spend some time here. When all this is over.
with that gizmo, will you?
Look out!
Too easy.